Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm an intuitive, transformational life coach and astrologist, and I'm here to give you the new moon in Taurus video after that absolutely crazy post-ecliptic energy. Okay, so we just got done with the full moon eclipse in Scorpio on Friday the 5th. So it closed that 2-week portal after those two new moons in Aries, which was focused on that area from 0 degrees to 29 degrees of Aries. And then we had the 14-degree Scorpio full moon eclipse during a Mercury retrograde, which just went direct today, Mother's Day. Now, there has been a lot of energy brewing. These timelines are shifting, and we're feeling the urgency for change. Now that we have reconsidered and thought about what is important to us. What is it that we want to put our energy into? What do we want to move forward? What is our values? Regardless of what the values that we were raised with, what is our own personal values outside of society, family, and friends? Knowing what we care about and what is important to us, whether that is money, whether that is friends, family, quality time, being solo. There's just so much that is coming up right now. And we're really finding a way to direct ourselves in the direction of our hopes and wishes. And so today, I am going to make first some announcements, okay? Then I will let you guys know about some of the aspects that this new moon has and what that means for us. I will then read inside degrees on the 28th degree of Taurus, and then I will go through the zodiac signs for where this new moon and energy will be affecting you personally. Then I'm going to draw the names out of the hat from the last contest I have from the last video, and we're going to end with the reading. So I have a lot going on for this video. I am drinking water. It's about 2 a.m. and I decided that I'm going to have a little glass of wine that I got at Christmas last year. And it's in a beautiful bottle. And it's just a Taurus type thing to do. Taurus loves its pleasures, its earthly pleasures, things that feel nice on the skin, like, oh, this robe feels so nice on my skin, and I have all my crystals on that make me feel safe and good and valuable, and have a little sip of some very nice wine that I've been saving for a special occasion, and you are a special occasion. So, Taurus is really like the 5 senses, okay? Anything that we see, smell, taste, feel, touch, massage. If you know a Taurus, either a Taurus in Venus or Mars or the moon, they really like touch. That is kind of like one of their love languages. Or sun, right? So these are the kinds of things that are coming up. and it's huge around our values. Now, before I start diving really deep into this astrology for this new moon, I'd like to make an announcement. I am a rising Leo, so this new moon in Taurus is happening in my 10th house of career and legacy. I have been doing a lot with astrology for a very long time, and I decided to broaden my horizons and integrate art with astrology. And I'm hosting my first in-person paint and sip at a local community business called the Township here in Crockett, California. And it will be held May 19th, and I will be hosting another one on June 3rd. May 19th is the new moon in Taurus, and June 3rd is the full moon in Sagittarius. So these paintings will be around that certain moon cycle. So our paintings will reflect the astrology for that time. I'm really excited about it. I did it virtually for like my community on Facebook, and I tried Zoom, I was just trying to figure out how this whole new world works during the pandemic, and I really enjoyed it. And so I'm bringing it in real life, and I'm really excited. So, second is I make these crystal bracelets, okay? And I pull up your zodiac sign. I make custom ones too, but I also have a lot of other ones. If you know what crystals really draw to you, these are my planetary ones, as all the planets here. And I do have an Etsy, but I am selling them at another local coffee shop. It's called Cafe Dolce Farnete. I think I said that right. And that's also here in Crockett. So if you are local or in the area, please drop into either the Township for a paint and sip with me, or a coffee and some crystal bracelets that I make at the local coffee shop. So, and that's all in Pomona. Now, let's get right into it. Now, this new moon is in Taurus at 28 degrees. Okay, so I was looking at this, and in Christopher Witecki's Step Astrology, which I'm so glad that he's back on air after being gone for quite some time. And so his Step Astrology refers to 2 as being associated with the moon and 8 being associated with Saturn. Now, as a rising Leo, I look at, oh, okay, what house is being ruled by my moon? So I look, and it's the 12th house. And then I look at what house rules the Saturn, and it was my 6th house. And which is so funny, and not by coincidence, Mars is in my 12th house, and it's opposing Pluto in my 8th house. So to me, I'm focused on this area of my chart, the things of my daily habits and my rituals and how I work and what I want to do on a daily basis or even a weekly basis. I'm also looking at things that are getting in my way of creating the life that I deserve and that I want so bad for. The 12th house is the unconscious. So these are 2 opposing polarities right now, and they're both very Martian. So Mars is Mars and Pluto is Pluto, but it's also Scorpio, planet, and Scorpio's other planet is Mars. So we have this Scorpion kind of energy pool. And it's like this transformation is being forced. We have this huge grand square, well, grand cross, but it's a huge square too, which is bending the node. So we have the north node in Taurus, the south node in Scorpio, and we have Mars and Pluto opposing, squaring those nodes. I'm going to get into more detail about this, but why don't you do the same for your chart and see what comes up for you? And see, when I get to the Grand Cross, you'll understand a little bit more. Now, if you don't really know your chart, you've never had a chart done, you could reach out to me. You can go to my website at www.lucidlivingmovement.com and order a reading from me, and I'll help you figure that out and see where some of this energy is affecting you for this next cycle. Now, Taurus is about practical, grounded means. Taurus energy is earth energy, and it's fixed earth. And it loves plants, gardening, food, drink, music, sounds, ambiance, lighting, feelings, touch. There is a practical evidence of what in our lives are proving its place of value to stay in our life. And the rest has to go. We will know what it is that we want to focus on and what we need to eliminate. If it's a job, a person, a situation, a habit, a thought form, or an idea. Now, Mercury has just went direct today, and it will leave shadow on June 1st, meaning it will move into new territory. During retrogrades, we overlook something 3 times. We experience it 3 times because we want to get it right. We're going, it's like running, and then you see something, and then you're like, wait a minute, something tells you to go back. So you go back and you look, and then you pass it because you're like, wait a minute, did I see something else that is maybe associated with the thing that, and you're trying to put pieces together, and then you're like, okay, let me go back. And then you look and you're like, okay, that's what it was. Oh, I thought it was totally something else, right? Or, I was right. I do want this. Or, I do know what that is, right? So with retrogrades, things are being looked at 3 times. So when it goes forward, we're going to have the one last third look at it, and we most likely will see it differently, because when you're first moving through life and something comes up in your mind or your awareness, you see it one way, and then when you go back and you were like, wait a minute, let me think about this more, okay, then you see it another way, and then after some time of evaluating, you see something a completely different way. So Mercury retrograde was in Taurus as well. Taurus is huge, being highlighted right now. We have so many planets in Taurus. We have the Sun, Uranus, the North Node, Mercury, and will soon be Jupiter, and I'll get into that next. So we will be understanding what it is that we need to move forward with, that we started thinking about and reevaluating and making plans to build or escape starting mid-April. And that was kind of through this whole retrograde in May. Now, Jupiter is moving into Taurus on the 16th. So things are starting to move fast. And that might be another reason why you might have felt a little bit of energy, nervous energy, maybe excitement. It could be anxious energy. It could be, sleepless, like your heart just beating, because Jupiter is at 29 degrees of Aries, which is a fire sign. It's ruled by Mars, and Mars is in Cancer at 29 degrees, another anoretic degree. So we have a lot of endings happening right now, and we're trying to figure out what is ending. And we kind of understand what we want to begin and start, but it's when we completely let go of that thing that we will then get these new things and new beginnings coming in. Okay, so we're kind of in this like a waiting room a little bit, which is exciting and it's stimulating for sure. Now, Jupiter moving into Taurus is very exciting. It's pretty much going to gift us with financial abundance. And it's bringing forth a lot of beauty and grounding and just an overall really nice energy throughout the year. And so just look at your chart where Taurus is. Jupiter is coming in after to help give us positive energy after meeting. Okay, Jupiter is coming in after to help give the positive energy towards meeting our goals and maybe help us out a little bit. 2, lucky us, Jupiter will be in Taurus until May of next year. Yes, right? This house in your chart is going to be lit up and flowing. So that's going to be a lot of blessings will be flowing into that house area. Now, I'm going to get into the Grand Cross. Now, the Grand Cross in astrology is a challenging aspect. We have 4 squares and 2 oppositions. This is involving the nodes and Mars and Pluto. Like I said, there may be some things, people, situations that could come up that are getting in the way of our desires to give our attention 100% to the certain things that we really desire, we want, and where our value lies. So for example, you just started a new project and now your family needs you. And you don't have the time or the energy or the money to make that project happen. And because your family is taking up a lot of your time at this time. That is one example. So we need first, with these kinds of grand crosses, is we need to wrap up some of our karmic past and old shit before that we can move on to our North Node, or AKA destiny, or more abundance and valuable energy. So here are some questions that we could ask ourselves. What have you had to put off that you need to start now? Where do you need to assert yourself more? What are the things that keep coming up that do not align with you anymore, that you need to eliminate? What are you holding yourself back from or your abundance? Where do your values truly lie? And how can you get in line with that in your life? So the universe is asking us to create more alignment within our true values. Example, if you know that the news is biased or bad, or it's intended to program us with fear and loss of power, control over our own lives, but you still watch it, that is a misalignment. So what you're actually doing is supporting a network that you do not stand for, you don't agree with. And because by watching the news, you're supporting them. And how you're supporting them is their ratings go up, their views go up, they get more money, and then they continue to create that content because it sells. So actually, you're the one creating the content, essentially. And they pump out more of the same garbage that we don't like to watch. So that's another example. Or if you're, let's say, a really healthy person, you take vitamins, you eat balanced meals, you eat organic food when you go grocery shopping, but in the shadows of the night, you're smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol. There is a misalignment here. With that being said, the universe is asking us to realign ourselves, figure out what our true values are, and align it with our minds and our body and our spirit. Now, for the Pluto square nodes, the planets, so the Pluto in Aquarius is squaring the nodes. Now, Pluto is the planet of transformation and exposing the truths, and it's in the sign of humanity and AI. So there is a death of humanity that is happening and will be playing out for the next 19 years. We have only got a taste of it in the last few months that Pluto's been in Aquarius. Now, personally, I have experienced and I have seen a lot of literal deaths, right? But this isn't always the case. However, this could be the case because Pluto is now in Aquarius. And it's been a very long time since this has happened because Pluto is not even considered a planet anymore. So it's pretty far out there and it doesn't move very fast. It has like I think like a 12 to a 30-year cycle. Now, with that being said, Aquarius is also associated with AI, artificial intelligence, chatbots. And also, remember that movie that came out? It's called Megan, and it was about that AI. Now that is reminding us that there is a darker side to artificial intelligence. There is pros and cons to everything, right? Even like the internet. You know, they made the internet and they were probably excited about all this information, and then all of a sudden there was over information and not enough valuable information, and then they started censoring people, and now, you know, humanity and people can come together, which is giving more power to humanity and less power to the elitists or the governments, right? And so it's a con on that part for them. It's a good on our part. But now we have to figure out this whole, well, if we're all online now and most of our life is online, then we need to figure out how to have freedom of speech online because, you know, Americans, we're supposed to be free. We're supposed to have freedom of speech, and that should be across all lines, all areas. And I've been talking about this for a few years. I believe that this should be carrying over, right? Especially if they're trying to create metaverses and now this government digital currency that is not diversified, just more means to control us. But we know where I stand on that. So I digressed. How we can develop over time, okay, dependence on this AI. So AI could develop over dependence and reliance on where it could actually be a detriment to human evolution and intelligence. And if for some reason it would be taken away, or, actually the Earth is going through a magnetic pole shift, if it were to wipe out the satellites for a while, and we've grown to evolve and integrate that within us, okay, or in our everyday lives, and we become over dependent on it, this could be means of extinction. These are important things to consider before allowing artificial intelligence to take over humanity, and humans also being interfaced with these AI, these computers being put inside of our brains, kind of thing. And so we need to start really looking at this kind of stuff. And we will be considering these kind of negative effects and the darker side of AI within this next 19 years that we will be looking closer at these such topics, because Pluto will be in Aquarius for 19 years. It will retrograde in July, I believe. No, it will retrograde actually June 1st, and it's going to move back into Capricorn around June 12th. And this is when things might get a little interesting, okay? Because we're moving back over the same territory that we were before. It's like, one last, we need to clean up this old world, clean up the government, clean up our system, school system, money systems, and, figure that all out before we can fully launch into the age of Aquarius, when Pluto moves back into Aquarius in January of 2024. Now, Pluto, like I said, is opposing Mars during this transit. And this is the point of transformation and evolution, a crossroads for some, and a complete meltdown for others. We will all feel pulled into moments of destruction and recreation, waves of letting go and finding something better, sad moments of releasing something that has kept us safe, or a false feeling of safe, but not necessarily being good for us. This is the closing of the last 18 months. So we should be asking ourselves, what have we learned? What have we been going through? What have we experienced? What have we been thinking and reconsidering in our life? What is serving us and what is no longer serving us? What have we been working towards? And if you have experienced a lot of death around you, it really does put things in perspective. It gives us a sense of, well, what really matters? Hold on, what really matters and in life? And when we are on our deathbed, what will we have wished that we would have done. Very serious questions. Pluto doesn't mess around. And Mars and Pluto are both considered malefic planets. And so we are looking at a lot of this family stuff, the root stuff. Venus is in Cancer. We're really wanting to find our comforts, what we consider home, what we can call home, what makes us feel safe. There is a lot shifting for us as humanity, but also in our individual lives. I want to read the inside degrees for 28 degrees, just give you an idea of what this new moon degree is, besides the step astrology that I told you about. Is a man making candles out of beeswax. The sweetness is in the returning to those sacred places always known, and now being at ease there, Cancer. The natural man strips away false layers and finds somebody underneath who is poignantly familiar and resonantly true. The search, the quest, the process. The intrinsic, extended process. For everything depends upon entering the process and giving yourself over to the master craftsman hands of the creator beings. You are simply a seed blown by the wind. And to become this completely is blissful fruition, inwardly smiled into being. So it's talking about how easily things can be created, especially in Taurus season, because Taurus manifests the things that Aries desires. Taurus comes after Aries. Aries is the energy in which we are moving and acting towards our goals, and Taurus is the manifestation of that action. So what have we been planting? What seeds have we been planting? What actions have we been taking, especially this last 18 months? And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the zodiac. I am fading pretty quickly. And we have through the zodiac. So let's get into it. So new moons are manifestations, times of manifestations. This is a great manifestation moon. Mercury is finally direct. It's not an eclipse cycle moon. The last two moon cycles have been eclipses. And this is Taurus. And Jupiter will be at 0 degrees of Taurus during this time. So we are definitely going to be seeing the fruits of our labor very shortly. So don't give up on me. Now, where was it? Oh, put it on the wrong thing. Anyways, this new moon in Taurus is a really good time to make financial plans, whether that is paying off a debt or thinking about your cash, property, possessions, and think about where you stand financially right now. I'm waving at the train. Also, loving on yourself. Make sure to treat yourself to a massage or like your nails. I did my nails and a pedicure on myself. I dyed my hair, and allowing yourself to have a glass of wine. Today, after work, I went and got like an ahi poke and some popcorn shrimp, and really just had a nice time hanging out with my mother. And also, this is a time to be sensual and to do things that bring you joy and make you feel better. And also, you want to also do a character check and just ask yourself if you've been too stubborn or fixed in your energy, you're having a hard time budging or allowing and letting things to just flow. Because I think that what happens is when we want to or try to control things, we can tighten up and break, right? So it's really important to just let go and let God, or just go with the flow. I like to say, blow up your floaty and float on that lazy river. Also, you could ask yourself if you've been too lazy, or maybe you haven't been lazy enough. Sometimes, like, we can go, 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 and the universe will slow us down by giving us an unfortunate sickness where we have to rest. And so that happened to me on Wednesday. I was going, going, going. I haven't had a day off in like a month. And maybe I had one day off that I allowed myself to do not anything but hike or something. And so, yeah, I ended up like getting sick. I haven't thrown up since 2017. So it was a shocker. And it was like all night. And then the next day I took the day off and just rested. And then, yeah, I was back on board the next day, making things happen. But then I started my moon cycle because I'm in tune with the moon. My body's getting ready and prepared for this new beginning. So it's releasing everything right now. And that has also drained my energy. I've had some headaches, some extra energy from Uranus conjunct Sun and Mars at the last degrees of Cancer in my 12th house, and Jupiter at the last degrees of Aries. There's a lot happening, a lot of shifts, and a lot of energy. So be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, and understand that everything is happening in divine order. And just trusting in the process, even when life can feel a little crazy, chaotic, unclear, or because we're coming into very, very new energy, and evolution is accelerating. And I think that's all I had to say about that. Now, through the zodiac, wow, this new moon is happening for you in your first house, which is generally, but not always, rising Taurus. This is happening about yourself, your image, your appearance. This is a new beginning for you, a brand new cycle. So direct yourself in the direction that you desire to go, whether that is you want a new look, go get your hair did, go get your new outfit. Maybe you're just so over your wardrobe. Maybe it just doesn't identify with who you've become or evolved to be. Get rid of it, donate it, sell it, and get you some new fits. All right, Taurus, we know that you have been going through a lot with Uranus, uncertainty. It could be anxiety. It could be a merit of things that you may have been going through, but I know one of them has been instability. So Actually, Christopher Witacki is a Taurus, and he had just been off air for quite some time, going through his own battles and with these transits. So I'm so glad that he's back and he's doing better. He's such a leader and a great teacher and sensei in the astrology community. Now, the new moon in the second house would be generally for my rising Aries, and the second house is all around your values. So, what is your value, Aries? What do you want to create and manifest in your life, especially as far as resources? So, whatever that you could think, whatever you think you can conceive, you believe you can achieve. So keep that in mind, Aries, and this new moon is going to be a master manifesting time for you. So don't don't skip out on ritual this new moon, because you could be manifesting money, talent, and many abundances. Aries, I'm rooting for you. Now, Pisces, rising Pisces, this is happening in your third house of communication. This could even be a new kind of relationship with your siblings or cousins. It could have to do with like communications, journaling, writing. Great time if you've been wanting to write a book, write a blog, get on it now. Manifest that stuff. Listening and talking with others. If you just get it off your chest, express yourself clearly. Maybe it's that you want to sign up for a public speaking course, and I'm in Toastmasters. Lucky you. Hit me up, send me a message if you're interested in joining my Heart to Heart Toastmasters group. We do have a hybrid meetings, so you don't have to be in this local area. We have people from all over the world. So come join us in our meeting and let your voice be heard. New moon happening in your fourth house would be my rising Aquarius. This is really about your home and family, where you're from, what family means to you. It could be even a new situation for your family. Maybe someone is moving, or maybe buying a home, or maybe you're moving, or you're buying a home, or this is just like a time of new beginnings. Maybe you've remodeled, or maybe you're getting new furniture, exciting stuff around your home. Maybe it's that you just want to revamp the home. You're just ready for change. Now, rising Capricorns, this is happening in your fifth house of love, romance, children, creative projects. Definitely something around maybe creative insights, which would be cool. Or maybe if you've been trying to have a little baby, maybe you might get preggers. This would be a really good time for getting down and dirty with your lover if you want that little baby. Sixth house, rising Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this has a new beginning in your work, your daily routines, your health routines. So anything that you've been doing on the daily is shifting and changing. So if you want to manifest the new business, if you want to manifest selling an old business, this is your time to shine. My Sagittariuses, I never have to worry about you. Scorpios, this new moon is happening in your seventh house of relationships, partnerships, marriages. You might be stepping up in a new division in your job, or maybe you're bringing on a new business partner, or maybe you've decided that you want to marry that special someone and you are ready for the proposal, or you get proposed to. Now, Libra, this is happening in your eighth house of transformation, shared resources, taxes, debts, inheritance, windfalls. This has to do with other people's money and also the sex. So maybe there's something new in the bedroom or the sexual sextures of your life. Maybe there is a new grant or loan that you have been waiting for, whether that is for school or for a new home. New moon in 9th house. That's all my rising Virgos. And this is really focused on your personal development, your spiritual connection, your beliefs, your purpose, your higher purpose, but it also has to do with adventure and travel. Maybe it doesn't have to be a physical travel place. Usually it's overseas, maybe studying abroad, doing some spiritual retreat if you're feeling lost. This could even be traveling to a very foreign land within. And this could be foreign feelings, foreign experiences, and foreign thoughts. So for all my rising Virgos, you're definitely feeling some new adventure. Now we have Leos. Yay for Leos. Like I said, this is happening in our 10th house of career and legacy, our reputation. What do we want to manifest in our career and legacy? What do we want to leave behind? And these are things that we really align ourselves with in our Saturn returns. So between like 28 to 30, and you'll have your second one around 58 to 60. And so if you're not quite at your second Saturn return, now is the time to start thinking about what it is that you want to create before you are met with that next Saturn return. So I'm rooting for you, Leos. I know you have been going through a lot, but there is a lot of light at the end of that tunnel, especially if you've been working hard on your desires in your careers. All right, next, 11th house, my rising Cancers. This all has to do with your friendships, your networks, your groups, and maybe there's something new around that. Maybe you've decided to move and you have just met a whole new group of people, new network of people. Maybe you're connecting into more meetups or Toastmasters or some kind of game night groups, and you're really connecting with new people. So that is a fun area, or also future plans. So it could be a surprise meeting of maybe some future partner. New moon in the 12th house for my rising Geminis. This all has to do with your private life, your private self, your thoughts, your unconscious. It could be even the secrets that you withhold from others, or it could just be some stuff that is tucked really deep in the unconscious that you are dealing with now. It could be a more serious time. And so this is a great time to really tap into spirit, get connected with the good old divine, God, goddess, whoever that you pray to, and really ask for guidance and healing. And also, it's a really important time to ground during this time. Your dreams might be very intense. You want to chart your dreams and really just balance that. If it gets too intense over there in the 12th house, you want to balance that with the 6th house, which is about daily ritual, daily routine, habits, health habits. Wake up, make yourself some tea, go on a walk, go to the gym, do some morning meditation. That is a great way. Morning meditation is a great way to balance the 12th and the 6th house. So that is what I got for you through the signs. Now let's get to the exciting pick a name out of a hat contest for a reading. So we have Sandra. Sandra, I'm going to crinkle you up, throw you in the hat. We have Lene. I'm going to twirl you up, throw you in the hat. We also have Deborah. Throw you in the hat. And we have April, Rose 23. Put you in a hat. Shake you up. I wish I had someone to pick for me, but they're all in this hat. And I'll just pick it without looking. Do. Who's gonna get a little mini reading from me? Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. It really helps my content to grow and for more people to see me. It looks like Sandra won this contest, and I will do another one for this video, but it will be a gift instead of a reading. But I'm not going to tell you what the gift is. So, Sandra, I will be contacting you for your free mini reading. And yeah, let's get into the card reading, guys. Oh. The right stuff, you got the right stuff, baby. I'm gonna just burn off sage. Dude, my neck is so stiff. Been getting headaches. Stupid Uranus. Okay. Just keep that burning over there. Take a little sippy whippy. Pinkies up. All right, so I'm gonna pick first out of the archetype deck, Kim Cron's deck, for this new moon in Taurus. Whoa, there it goes. The one. Ooh. Looks like two popped out, but I'll just show you. Starborn. Ooh, that's an egg. That's a new beginning. I actually got some eggs for my mom's chickens today. The one is the one that popped out, though. The one popped out. But I'm sorry, but these two both look like eggs. So this is a huge new beginning, right? A star is born, the one. So let's see what the book has to say about the one. The one. 121. So the one is the selves, a selves card. And the star born is the selves card too. So they're both self cards. And it's actually the last self card. Non-duality, one love. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vast of the all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. all duality fades away and we are left with what is. The precious knowing that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. When in light, serves, loves, accepts, and resonates. When in the dark, ignores, omits, and excludes. You can go deeper with The Color Inside, the poem Self Portrait by David White or James Torrells. Unus Mundus is the circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? Yes, it always ends up going back to love. That's a Leo thing. And it's funny because that is the symbol for the sun. And the sun is the ruler of Leo. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. So yeah, this might be good if you're trying to practice more meditation, to use Om as a sound. And I do this when I'm in the bath. When I take a salt bath, I'll like submerge my whole, like my ears, so I'm in the water, like I hear, and I just go Om, and it's just so, it vibrates very, very loud and nice, and it actually calms anxiety. Just the sound of your own voice, whether that's singing. So sometimes if I have anxiety, I'll take a salt bath and I'll do that sound. Like this, and it helps. And also singing. I love to sing. Now, whoa, that just popped out. Didn't even have to do much. The snake. The snake is the animal spirit, which is representative of the Kundalini rising. And you can't make this shit up. Look at that. That's the North Node, South Node. This is the North Node eating the South Node's tail. This is also the one. Look at that. Inside that matrix, that mandala. And like, this is a destiny point. Like, there's a lot of decisions that is being made right now that is changing the projection of our life. Like, this is a destiny point. This is a crossroads. So let's see what the snake has to say. This snake is an earth sign, which this is an earth new moon, guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. That must be our root chakra. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke up that snake, and it traveled up you? How can you stir it from its slumbers? An experienced yoga and meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste, the snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. When in balance, prosperous, creative, charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops too many things. And to bring into balance, Kundalini yoga and meditation. Yep, I just put meditation on my weekly to-do list. I was doing it every morning and it fell away when I started working more. So bringing it back, baby. It always makes me feel better and it puts things in perspective. I'm going to pick from the Gaia Oracle. Well, there it is. The dream. Something is revealed, insight and breakthrough. Like she is so vulnerable, so naked. She is earthing and grounding. So Taurus right here. Taurus new moon. This is card number 4, which is also pretty grounding number in my opinion. You will soon break free from a situation that has been causing you concern. Something will be revealed either in a dream or a thought, or through someone that you know and trust. The information you receive will give you an insight into something that has remained hidden from you for some time. This will be a big relief for you. You will realize that your concerns and fears were unnecessary and unfounded. All is well that ends well. However, do not forget this episode, for it is the reoccurring theme with you. The next time that you are unsure of something, try to refrain from jumping to conclusions which are not based on facts. Also, paying attention to your dreams. Try to remember them as you wake up. With time, you will intuitively learn their symbolic language. This message had been floating around in your dream state for some time. The affirmation is, I surrender my concerns and fears. All is revealed at the most perfect moment. All is well in my life. I choose trust over doubt. I remember my dreams and intuitively know their symbolic language. Now, I've been dream journaling since 2014, and I find it very fascinating when I go back and read them. A lot of things come to fruition. The symbolism is then realized, and it's yeah, I lost my train of thought because it's so late. But yes. Oh, yes. Labradorite. You put a labradorite under your pillow. And I also have used this herb. I put it in a bag and put the labradorite crystal in it, mugwort, and put it under my pillow, and it helps you remember your dreams. All right. I will pick one more oracle and then I'll roll the dice and end with the tarot. Expansion. What? Our Jupiter card came up, guys. Jupiter. Oh God, come on. Card number 12. Expansion. It's such a beautiful card. There's so much going on here. I really want to show it to you. You know what? I'm going to take, my place is filled with art right now. So I'm just going to take this background off because it's so annoying. I've been doing art like crazy, but I really want to show you this card. Okay, we have the hummingbird, we have the deer, we have these balloons, we have these beautiful flowers, which I took pictures of this morning on my morning walk. Inside the flowers, like some kind of castle. We have 2 hands coming together here, masculine and feminine. We have like a lot going on here. The waterfalls. It's a beautiful card. I really just wanted to show that. This is card 12. You are continually moving, evolving, and going through cycles in your life. Attune and align yourself with the rhythms of nature around you. This is an exciting time with new beginnings, growth, and changes. There are many settings that will provide for inner development and expansion. Pay attention to everything that's going on around you and the effect that it's having on you. Consider environmental issues or use this as an opportunity for new studies. It is a good idea to recognize the need for extra rest and personal care while integrating new energies. So you're ready for important messages and opportunities. Just as in nature, you too have seasons of growth and maturity. I know who that card's for. A lot of us, but specifically. All right, I'm going to roll these dice. My canvas for my painting set. Venus. That's the ruler of this new moon. Second house. What? That's the house of this new moon. But it's Libra. Dum, dum, dum. Libra is about justice and harmony. It's about relationships, partnerships, marriage. There is something coming in here that has to do with love and your value. And that valuable partnership and relationship is coming in. That is nuts that I just rolled those dice. So especially for that Scorpio energy, the rising Scorpios, the maybe rising Capricorns, maybe the Libras. Yeah, that's nuts. And wherever the Libra or the Taurus energy is for you. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna see what tarot cards come out. Oh, that's it. The Magician. That's enough. I'm not gonna shuffle anymore. We have everything that we need to manifest during this time. Everything. So there is a lot of abundance waiting around the corner. I think I'm going to go back to the other deck. Oh, the World card. There's a lot ending. Lot of shit that's ending. But it's ending for a reason, for this new beginning. Whatever that you're manifesting, hey, shit's got to end. There might have been a falling out, maybe fighting with someone. And, you know, some people are just laying down their swords and walking away. They're like, you know what? I don't want to fight with you anymore. You could fight with yourself. And then this ending happens. And then you manifest everything that you've been working hard for. Like everything. You can't make this shit up. These cards are telling the truth. This is nuts. Okay. Definitely something that you've been wavering. Something that you've been wavering back and forth, up and down, all around is starting to come into focus. Even something that you have that has put you on this emotional roller coaster. Okay, let's get some clarity. I have a couple tea leaf cards I'm going to shuffle. A younger woman. Some dealings with relationships. So it definitely has to do with relationship, partnership. Something just flew off here. Just because we rolled that Libra second house Venus card, which is nuts. A Pale. Time to get out of a situation. So there might be a lot of us that are in situations that are just not serving us. That we just keep going around and around and around in circles and being indecisive and not making a decision. But now is the time. If you don't make the decision, the universe is going to make it for you. And, you know, there's going to be guaranteed success regardless, because whenever we put things in the hands of our creator, it always kind of works out in the end. We ourselves, we really don't see the bigger picture like God does. And we could be wanting something that is just not good enough for us. You know, sometimes we could be wanting something and God's like, oh no, honey, I'm not going to let that happen. I have something better for you. So God is always conspiring in our favor. And especially for those that persevere, the motivation to keep going despite all odds. Like it, you know, as much as we, you know, continue to work hard towards our goals, if it's financial goals or if it's a business, or even just like self-care, working on yourself and waiting for that person, for your person, not just any person. And, you know, sometimes this self-evolution and this growth happens so much when we are alone. And that's where most of the work comes from and goes. And so it's really about like trusting in the process of, you know, there's no limit on our growth and evolution. And the more that we work on ourselves, evolve and grow, then the more we're going to attract that alike frequency. And so God has just been working on each and every one of us, especially if it's love and relationship that we want to manifest, and it just hasn't been there for us. So there is a lot coming in relationship and partnerships for a lot, and there's a lot that's leaving. But once those things leave, you know that that shining armor horseman is coming around the corner. But there is also a lot of financial success that is also coming up for us. There's achievement. I got achievement. I got earth. What? This is so Taurus. Earth. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and strengths in times of chaos. And I know that a lot of us have been going through a bit of some chaotic energy because of the eclipses, because of the timeline shifts and the Mercury retrograde. There's a lot of internal work that we've been doing, and now it's starting to manifest. And this new moon is the perfect time for the manifestation. So I just want to thank you for supporting me, for liking and subscribing and sharing my content. It means the world to me. And for just sticking around as long as you have. If you have stuck around this long through the reading, then this reading was most likely for you. If you could just drop a comment down below, hearts, stars, your zodiac sign, just something to let me know that you're there. If I have more than 4 comments below, I will do the contest hat pulling again. Sandra won the last one, and the next one will be a little gift, a little special gift just from me. So thank you for just being a part of my life and my journey as an astrologist, a light worker, a healer. And in doing this, I am getting to know myself and evolving as a soul here because I'm living in alignment with my purpose. All right, guys, thanks for supporting me on my mission. And I hope to see you at the paint sip, or if you would like a reading from me, please reach out to me. And if you are curious about astrology and how to read birth charts, I have a 3-workshop course that is also on my website. And I will, if you're local, we can do it in person. And if not, let's get on Zoom and I will pull up all the PowerPoints and show you the secrets of the universe. All right, thanks for joining and peace out. Until next time.